Hello there, welcome to Talking TV. And sad, unexpected news this week. It looks like Network DVD has gone into liquidation. We're waiting for official confirmation, but there's certainly been a lot of posts on social media suggesting that sadly the rumours are true. And my DVD collection, goodness me, must be about 70 to 80% network. It's crazy. We're going into this streaming society, but streaming does not offer everything that's out there, and streaming quite easily can delete and remove things and edit things, and that was what was good about network. So in this first little kind of network tribute, I'm going to kind of go through A to Z the bits that I had, and I really do hope that I can still pick up some of the titles that I wanted, and I'll talk you through the ones I've got. So, if we're going A to Z, the first one I had was this ABC Night Sim, Lincolnshire Close Today. I definitely want to get hold of more of this series. A fantastic series. I really enjoyed this one. It had some great programs on there. The Cheaters. There was This Is Sinatra. There was Big Night Out with the appearance of the Beatles. It was a great one. And as I say, I'm going to try and get hold of some more of these. Absolutely fantastic. Then on to Agony. Again, another re-release just recently. The full complete series. I really enjoyed this. Some series 3 for me was really strong. Series 2 it kind of lost its way, I thought, a little bit, but series 3 really, really good. And I really enjoyed working my way through all of those episodes. So highly recommend if you can get hold of it. On to Armchair Theatre, which was these are the Thames 1970s episodes. I haven't watched these yet. So I guess it's the first one alphabetically that I haven't watched. But it's got a lot of these, not all of them, a lot of these were repeated on Talking Pictures a few years ago. We've got guest stars including Keith Barron, Richard Beckinsale's on there. And so that was the first Thames anthology release. And this was volume 2. So you had stars such as John Thaw, Bill Maynard in this volume. I'd love to get hold of some of the ABC Armchair Theatre archive releases. I haven't got any of those, but there are some out there. So if we're going alphabetically, the next one I would have is this. The Benny Hill Annuals, 12 DVDs. 33 shows, so they go from 1969, couple from 1969, right through to 1979. So it's his first 10 years of Thames work. Now, of course, Benny Hill still repeated on That's TV, but it's the kind of the compilations that were made for international distribution and not these original Thames releases. I have not watched, I'd say, most of these. I've seen there is an extra on this one, 1970, which I've just pulled out, Eddie in August, which is like a silent comedy, which I have watched and I do remember, and I enjoyed that. I've certainly watched, I think, worked my way through 1970, 1971 and 69 episodes, but I've got a lot to go through. So despite network going, I will get through it. So to tie in with that, I also got the Benny Hill Annuals 1980 to 89, which kind of finished the Thames era. Again, this is 9 DVDs, so 21 DVDs were up to Benny Hill. Again, you can see the international distribution episodes on That's TV, but if you want to see the original uncut Thames episodes, they were the network releases, and they were a brilliant release at the time. And also to tie in, I think I won a competition with Network when I won the Best of Benny Hill. They released the film, which has been released, been repeated on ITV3 and channels like that over the years. And I think it had a grainy kind of film copy every time it's been repeated. But this was a brand new transfer from the original film elements. Basically a compilation of his best early sketches for Thames, really. But I had to get that for the collection. As I say, I'm pretty sure I won it. So then I've got series 1 and 2 of Bless This House. Now, there's series 1, there's series 2 there. So I'd love to get hold of more of these. I love Bless This House. I think I've watched most of them. I think there's a couple from the final series that I haven't watched. Maybe I think I probably have watched them all by now. But if you watch them on ITV3, you won't get the first few episodes because they were in black and white. They always start with the colour episodes. So they always miss the first few from series 1 out. But again, a great series with Sid James. And these were released 2005, 2006 originally by Network. And then the final one for this part, A Bit of Ado. Again, not been repeated on television in years, but it's got... Network were always good at the extras, weren't they? This has got as special features Dog Food Dan and the Carmarthen Cowboy, which was a play by David Nobbs from 1982, which they just thought complemented this. I mean, only Network could have done that. It's got PDFs of the press release packs from Yorkshire Television. I love A Bit of Ado. I haven't watched it, I don't think, since it was repeated on Granada Plus and things like that. But I'm going to have to put that on. It's a great series, and probably one of the last big studio dramas. It went on to film, didn't it? Not long after that, Yorkshire Television made Darling Buds of May. After that, that was all shot on film. Bit of Ado was shot kind of all studio based. So again, that's my first 10, and I can't believe how much I'm looking at and how much I've still got to go. So there you go. We'll look at my other Network releases over the coming weeks. Tell us what you've got. Tell us what your favourites are. We'll try and give them a mention as well. As I say, it's really, really sad news. And you think now, is anyone going to pick up the baton? I hope someone genuinely does, because archive TV deserves still to be released. And I just fear that it's just going to be locked away again. And that I really don't want that. And I know a lot of you don't want that either. So part 2 coming up soon. Thanks for watching. And we'll go through more from the Network archive that I've got very shortly. Bye-bye.